everyone, it's Aquila, and this is the Lefty Knitter Podcast. 183 is the episode number. 183. I am home. It's Monday, the 21st. I'm not supposed to be home, but my work had to unexpectedly close. So we're home. And yeah, that's about all I can say about that. So, left work, went and had lunch with John. You know, the things you do when you don't have to be in office. So, yeah, this is a podcast I record through the week and I upload on Saturdays. I apologize that I had to upload on Sunday this past week, but life happens. So, this is a podcast mostly about knitting, crocheting, and anything to do with the fiber arts. Sometimes other things are thrown in there, but that's just life. I have 2 finished objects to show you. You ready? You ready? Oh, everything can be found down below. Links, I try to mark it if it's a Ravelry link, because I know people still have issues with that. And I try to find the links if it's available other places. Pause. And I'm back. Not that that would have been like a big pause or anything, but John was calling. I had a question about, I went and got my oil changed. I know I technically could change my own oil, but some of these newer cars, you need certain tools, and you can buy the tool, and it's like, you know what, I just went and did it. So, but I also needed a new battery, apparently, and when I was driving home, my radio stations were all still there, and I was like, that's weird. Did they totally, like, gyp me? Because usually you have to reset everything. And John was like, well, if it was a quick battery change, the newer cars have some sort of memory, like, time frame. And I was like, okay. I'm just so used to, like, having to... Does that show my age? Does that show my age that, like, you have to reset your radio stations? Okay, I'm sorry. That's... Off tangent. I have 2 finished objects. They're not finished by me, and they're gonna be deconstructed by me. So let me show you. My coworker gave me these. They were, I believe it's like her boyfriend's mom had made these, but he does not wear them. None of them are gonna wear them. She's like, I think it's good wool. She hand knit them. And I thought maybe you could use it for something. And I was like, maybe. So if this goes terribly wrong, I don't know what I'm going to do. But I think I can deconstruct them. So I feel really bad. Like, one even has a, like, handmade tag. I'm not going to show you the name, but it has a handmade tag in it. All right, so these are so from what I understand, his family is very, not very Irish, but I think they're from Ireland, I believe. But look at this. This is a lot of work. And honestly, I don't know who, I mean, I could donate it, right? If I don't want to. So this one doesn't have any issues that I can tell. I mean, I haven't fully inspected it, but it's a raglan. And I believe it's all seamed. So it's not like in the round, I believe. And the back looks just like the front. Yeah. So I believe this is a seam down the side. Where's the armpit? Sorry, I keep covering my face and my mouth, and I try not to do that. Okay, maybe this is in the round. Maybe this one is in the round. I think the other one is not. But the arms are definitely attached by hand. They're not just picked up and knit, I believe. I'll have to do some more inspecting. Oh no, this might be seamed also. There's the seam. All right. The other one has some visible issues with it. These have been in my car in the cold for a few weeks, so I'm not concerned about moths, but this one does have an issue. So I'm gonna try to deconstruct these. That's what I'm gonna do. Yeah, here's the other one. It is a little bit of a different pattern. But I do feel really bad deconstructing these. I figure if I can like deconstruct them and maybe crank a hat, because I believe this is it's pretty thick wool. I may be able to crank a hat on my adding machine and then gift him a hat back out of it, at least the blue. I think she said if I did that, he probably would prefer the blue or the purple. So that's where we're at. That's what I'm going to attempt to do today now on my day off. I think. I don't know if this is what I want to tackle today. Because I am like, I'm home by myself except cats. What does one do? I could take a nap. I don't nap, but I could take a nap. Also, I have my sweater here that I need to put on bigger needles and try this on today because I want to move on. So I might have another clip recorded later because I'm going to try to do that, I think, first. Because I want to know if I can move on. Because if I can't move on, then I don't know what I'm going to do. I really feel bad about this. I have no clue where the sleeve. I figure I'm just going to snip it and start pulling and see where that takes me. Because these could be in the round. These look like it might be. Nope, I think that's a seam. I think that's the seam right there. I'd have to turn the whole thing inside out and like really look at it. I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm feeling guilty. Guilty Aquila, signing off. Okay, I can't make any wild gestures because this needle is barely sticking out on this side, and I believe it's barely sticking out on this side. But let me show you. This is the sweater I've been working on. Don't want to lose these stitches. Oh my god, that would be terrible. Ah! Okay. I'm ready to split for sleeves. I'm using yarn that John dyed. These two. This was dyed with walnuts. This was one of his first acid dyes. And this is the Friday Tee by PetiteKnit. Aren't these raglan areas really cool? So I'm going to take it off and start doing separating and putting sleeves on stitch holders. I'm so excited for this. Oh my god. This has been a work of love. I don't even know. I know I have a stitch marker on here, but I think it's on the back side of where I was. And yeah, so it has short sleeves. I'll insert a picture here of what it looks like. But I'm really, really happy with how this is turning out. I love the neckline on this because it's like a mock collar because it's a folded over. You knit, you fold it, and then you knit it together like a folded brim on a hat. Oh boy, I'm so excited. Okay, I had to show you guys really quickly. Friday Tee, PetiteKnit. Let's get going with this. Oh my god, I'm so excited. I know you guys only saw like episodes ago, the very, very beginning. And I had started a crochet cardigan with this and hated it. I just didn't love it. Not with this yarn. I love the cardigan. I just think I needed different yarns. So that might still be on my list, but oh bye! All right, let's try to get this thing off without knocking stitches over. I should probably like pause this and not do this on video, but let's live dangerously. I'm good. I'm good, y'all. So there it is. I'm so excited. Okay, sorry. Bra strap's hanging out. If anybody knows where this is depicted from, let me know down in the comments. Hey everybody, it is Wednesday, the 23rd of February, and I'm coming to you from a kind of loud house in the middle of the day. The dishwasher's going, Hayes is home with a belly ache, and she's in the tub right now, and I'm working all at the same time. So it's a very odd week this week, just to say the least, but I've made some progress on some things. I'm gonna show you that sweater. I definitely took it apart. I'll try to remember to insert the pictures here. I posted on Instagram. Dang it, I forget what Andy told me what we think it is. I can't remember. That's okay. I'll insert what we think the yarn is here. So when I've been weighing the larger amounts that come out of the sweater that I deconstructed, they're around 50 grams, so I'm assuming they were in 50 gram skeins when they were purchased. So yeah, I'll put all that there. But I received that purchase I was telling you guys about to help me with this monster. This is with the Cover Story yarn by Lion Brand, that giant cake, and I just looked at it 2 seconds ago to find where I was. So here's where I'm at now. This is the pattern that came on the label. So imagine this is whole completely wider, more wide, whatever. I was here. So I had that done, and then I was here, and now I'm here. Pause 1 second. Unpause. Sorry about that. So what I purchased, and this brings me to something else I need to talk about. So let me talk about what I purchased and who recommended it. See, I only have this much left. That's pretty good, right? It's probably, I want to weigh this and see. I gotta be more than halfway, I think. I don't know. Okay, so here's my purchase. Ready? Bink. It is a leather thimble. And I will insert video. I will take some video and insert it in here so you guys can see. So, leather thimble. You measure your finger and you pick the size that's appropriate. All the instructions are on the Etsy shop. So let me show you the Etsy shop. Amazing leather sewing thimbles from the Etsy shop, NSFCreativeCorner. And I got the extra small, and I picked any color. I was just like, send me any color, it doesn't matter. This has helped me tremendously with this blanket, because I don't know if it's because it's like that chenille material and the metal needles. It's really hard to slide the stitch I just knit into off of that needle, and I'm pushing the needle. Video. She also sent this piece of leather, so because leather stretches. So when this eventually gets like loose, I can use this as like a shim, how you would shim something. So she shows a picture here, the thimble savers, and you put it in your thimble. But yeah, so here is the name. I'm gonna cover my address. So I was talking about this blanket and pushing the thing, and it was hurting my finger, and Echo from the Knitted Bean podcast told me about these. She uses them. She'll probably show them. I mean, if you ask, I'm sure she would show them again. She showed me a picture of a few of hers that she has, and you can tell how they're worn, and so she definitely uses them. I keep saying she. I shouldn't do that. I went to look at pronouns and I didn't see any on Instagram. But Echo uses them, and you can see the wear on theirs. I just appreciate that Echo told me about these, because it really has been a lifesaver with this blanket. So I'll have all the shop linked down below, and Echo's YouTube. So if you get a chance to go watch that podcast, you should do that too. I made good progress on that. So, speaking of Echo, I'm going to insert a picture here. This is a shawl that was made. It's a Hohi Locatelli pattern. Echo had never done brioche, And I didn't know this was her picture because when I went to the new to you hashtag on Instagram, I just scrolled through pictures. I was not looking at details. So I was like, okay, what attracts me? There was a lot that attracted me, and we have a group of the people that were prize givers on Instagram. We have a messaging group, so we were talking about who we were picking, and we didn't want to like double pick the same person, so we were trying to be very fair so more people got prizes. There was a lot of really cool projects, so if you get a chance to go look at that hashtag, you should definitely do that. The grand prize winner was announced. John and I still have to mail our stuff out, but there's a video out from the cocktail hour at the Coop ladies, so you should go check that out if you haven't done so already, so to see if you were a winner. But Echo, the picture was a picture of a brioche shawl by Joji Locatelli, and it was really cool because it was rainbow colors. I'll insert that picture, or I already had. And I just thought, you know, brioche is something that I have done. I have dabbled very tiny little bit in brioche, and I would like to try it again because it's something I would like to eventually see if I like, you know. But so that was my pick, and I will be sending out a prize to you. So if you can, I'll probably just reach out to Echo and be like, hey, let me have your address. Not everybody is always on top of watching the videos. People have things going on in their lives. I get it. So there we go. Also, I got another present in the mail from Madeline. Madeline is the host of, I'm gonna mess it up. Mad About You. I was correct. Okay. This present came all the way from Australia, y'all. Australia. So I had found Madeline. Now I know she uses she, her pronouns. She actually states it in the beginning of every podcast. So I'll link that also down below. She has a knitting machine. She just acquired it. We talked a lot about it. She posts videos. She posts her concerns. And I would make sure I tried to help as best as possible. I am definitely like a person who wants to help, you know, like that's me. So I reached out to her when she had any questions or concerns on her machine, and she might have already figured it out by the time I got to her video, but so she sent me a super nice package. Now let me show you guys. First off, she didn't have to send, I mean, I know it's not the cheapest to send from Australia, but it's so nice. And I do have to glue something, but here's her card, Mad About You. Now, she did say some Aussie sweets, some Christmas decorations, I have to kind of glue that, and a skein of yarn from one of her favorite Aussie dyers who is now retired. And she was saving it, but then she sent it to me because it's green. It's green. Look at this green. Oh my goodness. And okay. And it says it's We Love Knitting 4-ply sock Lucky Dip Bag 2019. It's so pretty. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I will definitely be using this in something. I don't know what. But she also sent some little tattoos, and it says some fun for Hazel ... or you. But I probably will let Hazel have them. She definitely thought they were adorable and pretty much claimed them. She also sent some treats. Now, I've never even heard of these. Minties. Minties are an old-time classic that leave you saying, ah. They're chewy and minty. What? It says, want a challenge? Tear along the edges of an open wrapper to make the longest minty strip. We dare you. Ooh, okay. They're daring me. I might try it. My little koala ornament, I just have to glue it. He suffered a little damage in the package. She had it was all bubble wrapped. And, I mean, you can see how he was cut, so that's okay, though. I have glue. I'll glue him. He's so cute. And a kangaroo. That was so nice. And some tea, Australian tea. It's Twinings Australian Afternoon. That sounds yummy. And then, of course, some Cadbury I love Cadbury. Now, what's funny is when I open this, I mean, we have some Cadbury stuff. We were just in Gettysburg, and there was an English shop there, Irish shop there, and they had candy, and Hazel picked out a Freddo bar. So she had the Freddo bar, but then there's caramello koalas. What? These are gonna be so good. And it looks like there's 3 different things. A Freddo milky top, a Freddo milk chocolate, and the caramello koala. So these are good. I love Cadbury, the mini eggs when Easter comes out, which now Cadbury has, they don't do them as an egg shape, but they just do them as balls, and they have like Christmas colored ones now, and they also have Halloween ones because they're so good. They're like the Cadbury chocolate with the little hard candy shell, and they're so yummy. So thank you, Madeline. This was super nice, and we haven't opened it yet, but if Hayes' tummy is feeling a little better later, I think I'll let her indulge. We'll see. Maybe not today, but thank you, thank you, thank you. I just had to share those things, and congratulations to Echo on being my pick for the New to You mail. And I hope people are still always trying new things and stretching their horizons, even if there isn't a mail to enter, because honestly, I mean, try new things. I love trying new things. I mean, I never thought to wear a thimble to knit, but hey, it is like saving my finger tremendously. So that's like new to you. So, all right, I'll talk to you guys in the next clip. Bye. Hey everybody, it's Friday, February 25th. Surgery day. I haven't had water, coffee. It sucks. And it's like 8:30 in the morning. It's raining. It's gross. But I did finish a big project I wanted to get done. Only because, honestly, it was hurting my hands. I was using these monsters. Remember these? These are my knit picks. These are size... Hold on, let me get the label. Back. It called for US size 15s, 10 millimeter. These things are ridiculous, like seriously. But I got through it. It's done. I was using Lion Brand Cover Story. This is a giant cake. It's a blanket and a cake, pretty much. So I followed the instructions that are on the inside of the label for the Rumour Afghan, which is, doesn't say, it just says it's level beginner and L90312. I guess if you wanted to look it up on the Lion Brand website. So you use one cake, it's approximately 44 by 51 inches, and you use a US 15, and you cast on 74 stitches. So this thing, 74 stitches across. I don't know if I followed exactly how many rows. It said knit until measures 51 inches. I was weighing the yarn at the end, and I knew on the plain knit rows it took me 5 grams. So I was basing my bind off on needing 10 grams because I do the knit 2 together, put that stitch back on the needle, knit that stitch I just put back, and the next stitch together, and you just keep repeating that for a nice loose bind off. And that's what I did. So I was like, well, I'll save double the amount of grams that it takes me to do one row. So I saved 10, and it came out that I pretty much followed pattern. At one point in the beginning of the blanket, I think I did an extra repeat of the stockinette portion, but I mean, who cares? I wasn't going back to fix that. And I would have had one more garter ridge at the top if I would have done it like correctly, but I don't think it makes a difference. So I was here. See that little dangly? Where's the dangly? Here's the dangly. I did all of this. And it's done. It's done. Here, I'll scoot you back. I'm in comfy clothes because that's what they told me to wear. So this stuff is definitely, I mean, it's not hard to work with. It's the chenille. It's kind of like a single strand of thread, and then it has all these little poofs coming off of it. And when I was weaving in the ends, I kept losing little poofs off the end of the strand, which, whatever, I just wove it in. It's done. There was a few knots. I know Needles at the Ready, they talked about this. Not Kevin, Ray is doing a blanket, but he's using like 3 balls of this. I feel for him, but he's crocheting it, so that takes even more yarn. I decided to do the knit version because you get more blanket out of it if you only have the 1 ball. Plus, that's what the pattern called for. There were knots in it where they like tied 2 together. I only had 1 knot that was kind of loose that I didn't like, so I undid it and I magic knotted it, and then I just wove in the little ends a little bit and was done. But that, again, weaving, like knotting it and pulling on that polyester, all those little fluffies were coming off. But it's done. So I wanted to show you because I know Hazel's going to want to use it, and yeah. So this was the cover story colorway, because I didn't tell you the colorway. I should remember this because it's Bowie. Or Bowie. I'm not quite sure what they intended it to be, but it's B-O-W-I-E. That ain't gonna focus. Why am I even trying that, y'all? B-O-W-I-E. So, yeah. That's where we are. And now I have another hour before we leave, at least. Yeah. I was weighing this, and I was like, oh, it's like 1,000 grams. And I got down, the last time I think I showed it at that bulb, I was close to being like 60% done. I was like, yes, I'm more than halfway through. This is like the motivation I needed. And I got it done. So, all right, I'll see you guys on the other side. Bye. Hey everybody, it's Friday. Nope, it's not. It's Saturday, February. I just looked it up. The 26th. Cat is downstairs scratching something, and I'm gonna beat him. Interruptions. Sorry if that was loud. Okay, so that sweater I was taking apart, I wanted to show you yarn ramen first. Here's some yarn ramen. That's yarn ramen. This is 8 separate skeins of yarn ramen. Boing, boing, boing. Okay, and then I still have this much that I didn't skein up yet or wash. That other stuff has to get washed. The water was fairly dirty, let's just say. This is a washed skein that I have not skeined up yet, but I wanted to show you guys the difference. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 all washed ones. This is a lot of yarn. Oh my god, it's crazy. If that's true, and I have close to 50 averaging on 8 times 16, that's a lot. That's a lot. I'm not doing the math in my head. Maybe I'll put it on screen. All right. But I have progress on like everything. So I want to show you everything because I even made some purchases and I want to talk about that also. And a new cast on. But first, let me show you how far I am on the PetiteKnit Friday tee. Last time you guys saw it, I was getting ready to split for the sleeves. So I have now done that and I've knit some. I've knit that much. So that's a good amount. Sorry, the operation yesterday I didn't mention went really smoothly, I guess. I just have to wait. They biopsy what they took, and I'll have to see if anything else is going on. But hopefully this is all gonna fix things, and that's awesome. So what I was getting at is they gave me like a Dramamine patch back here. So I don't, like an anti-nausea type thing. But man, that gives you dry mouth. the lady warned me too. She goes, this will give you dry mouth. You will be so thirsty. And I still am so thirsty. It's not fun. But look at this. I'm so excited. I am really, really excited for this because I'm getting very far. Okay, the next things I have to show you, I won't put everything back in bags right now. Hazel's talking on her tablet to friends, so I apologize if there's noise. The sock I made some progress on too, so I'll have to make sure I move all my markers. I took this with me yesterday thinking I might have some time, but they pretty much take you right back and you don't have your stuff until you're like checked out. So last time you guys saw this, I was here. So I've done all the patterning I wanted. Now I'm doing this will be part of the heel and the foot because I'm going to do a cut-in heel when I'm finished this. This is fun. This is a lot of fun, and now I'm just doing straight knitting. So it's really, really been a delight to work on. So those are the fruit striped gum socks. All the links will be down below. And then I cast on something new last night because, well, yesterday I came home and took a good nap, and then I couldn't sleep. So what did I do? I treated myself to a new cast on. This is the woven hat. And I want to say her name is Amy Miller that designed it, but I'll make sure that's all down below. Maddie from We Share Needles podcast just made this same hat, and I'm just doing mine a little bit different. So it calls for, it's a fingering weight hat, and it kind of looks like buffalo tweed or whatever, I guess you would call it. I'll insert a picture here of the designer's hat. Maddie, I think, did what the designer called for. I'm changing it up. You're supposed to do some ribbing, and then you start into the color work. I'm not doing that. I did ribbing, and now I'm doing the same amount of ribbing. I'm doing stockinette, and then I'm going to fold it in on itself and have a double brim. That's what I'm doing on this. But I will flip it inside out at that point, so my ribbing is on the outside because I don't want the stockinette to be on the outside. That'll just be against my forehead and all, and the ribbing will still be on the outside. So I'll have to just turn my knitting around and start at the beginning of the round going the opposite way and close up any gaps that I need to. Yeah. So here's the first color. This is Plucky, and this was gifted to me. I think Trish is the one that gifted it to me. I think this is so cool, so I have to put a marker. And then this yarn, I have the tag for Plucky, don't I? Yeah, this is Plucky. And it's the Primo Fingering 75 Merino, 20 Cashmere, 5 Nylon. And it's a classic June 2016 colorway called I Carried a Watermelon, inspired by Dirty Dancing. The second color I'm using is Marigold Jen. She doesn't dye anymore, but that's what I'm using. It was a 50-gram skein. They're halvesies is what she called them. This colorway is Lucinda, and it's Merino Nylon Superwash, 50 grams for 230 yards. And Lucinda was the colorway name. But this has pops of that corally peach color in it. And I just thought this would be really fun. And if I hate it, then I'll gift it. But I'm really excited to just knit. Like, I'm excited about the process of knitting this. So that's where I am with that. Okay, I have some purchases and I need to explain why. I had read somebody on Instagram had posted how we could possibly be helping the people of Ukraine. And I know this is only going to help very minor amounts of people by what I did. But I feel like if they can at least access the money, that will help their family in some sort of way. So I'll insert pictures here. I love freehand embroidery. I don't like cross stitch, and I like embroidery better. So I bought 2 embroidery designs. So on Etsy, you can go and search for digital downloads or digital patterns, and then you can choose that your shop is from the Ukraine. And that is what I did. So I'll put down below the 2 shops I bought these 2 embroideries from and the other project that I'm going to try. They're 5-inch finishes. So I bought 2 hoops because I'm going to need hoops. I didn't have hoops. And then I bought this color because it's like a taupey color. I don't know. Does it say the color? It's a fiddler's cloth, 18 count. I bought the smallest because I think it'll help. I mean, I know you do embroidery kind of on fabric, but you can do embroidery on a really small count of cross-stitch type fabric. I think you can. It's a needlework fabric, so it doesn't have to be cross-stitch. It's ideal for cross-stitch, but I bought it anyway. If it don't work, I'll just buy something else. But I thought this looks like the pictures. And then the other shop, and because I couldn't sleep last night, I was watching videos on bead weaving. The other shop was these earrings, and I'll insert pictures, and they're bead woven earrings, and I bought 4 of those. The shop was having a sale, so they were only like $4 for the pattern. It's not really, it doesn't come with, I think, instructions. It's strictly a chart, and you have to know how to bead weave, which is fine. So I was there, and I was picking out all these colors to help me do some of these, and I was like, oh man, I got like, these little tubes were like $6. These are the actual beads they use, the Delica. These are all size 11. Then I had all this in my hand to do some of these. I bought some of the thread, which is called Nemo, N-Y-M-O, Nemo nylon thread. So I bought some of this because that was recommended. And then I bought some earring pieces because they're going to be earrings. But then I looked down on the shelf on the bottom and there was this. And I had a coupon. This was originally $32 and I got it for half price. So I paid $16 instead of $6 for a bunch of these, which wouldn't have gotten me I would have gotten 3, maybe 4 for that amount of money. The only reason I bought this is because there's bees in the one and I don't want to use the clear beads for that. So, and it comes with the nylon, the beading needle, everything I needed is in this. It's hollow on the inside when you take this off, which I haven't done yet. And you have everything in there. So I'm going to try it, y'all. I know this is normally a fibery craft podcast, but at the same time, I may have helped 2 families in the Ukraine, and I just am happy about that. So I know it's not much, but it's something. So yeah. All right. I think that's all I have. John took his first pottery class today. He freaking loved it, he said, and oh my god, we don't have the space for like a wheel and a kiln. I don't know if he like fully falls in love. He's gonna have to find a place that he can fire it and find a wheel, like, I don't know, on Etsy, not Etsy, but like Marketplace. I don't know. I don't know, because that stuff's expensive, and so is all the crafts. All the crafts are always a little expensive. But yeah, so I'm gonna try the bead weaving first. I just don't feel like going down and printing out the pattern for the embroidery right now. So that's where we are. All right, I hope everybody is well. Thank you again to everyone who had wished me good luck for my surgery yesterday. It was quite an experience. I've never had to go into an operating room like that because my tonsils and adenoids, I was really little and I don't remember that. And I had my wisdom teeth taken out, and that was in office. But this is done at the hospital, and they open up these double doors, and it's bright white, surreal. Holy crap, what am I walking into? Cool. Yeah, come on real quick. I let Hazel get, like, the kids' bingo dabbers. And
I'm making this for Violet.
Very nice. That's very nice. Is it working okay on the phone?
Yeah, look.
Oh, it didn't go through. Good. All right. Keep going, girl.
I was going to do tie-dye on the shirt, but it came out right now.
It still looks really good.
I know.
Don't put it on your shirt. Don't put it on your shirt, though. Yeah, don't do that either. Interruptions. That's okay. So, that's really, I don't remember what I was saying. Yeah, I'm too lazy to go print something, so I'm just gonna I have the PDF pattern for the bead weaving already downloaded on my phone. So I'm like super excited. I'm super excited, if you can't tell. But, all right. I forgot. I was talking about the OR. It's like blinding white light. And then you have 4 people doing all this stuff. Like, I already had my IV, but they had to put the pressure cuff back on, all those little stickies. They had oxygen on my face, and then I was out. But it was like 4 people manipulating me all around into the right place on the table, and it was crazy. Like, you see operating rooms like that, like on TV and movies and stuff, but holy cow, you actually walk into it, and yeah. So, all right. Please take care of yourselves and all the people you love. And yeah, I had lunch with one of my knitting friends today, and that was awesome to get out and have. I mean, Hazel was with us, but it was nice to get out and have like some adult time with people I haven't really gotten to hang out with. So we both needed to go to Joann's. We went there, and then we went to El Salto, which is like a Mexican restaurant. Yeah, tacos and everything was good. So, all right. Until the next episode, y'all. Knit happy. Bye.